I had a car,
quicker than making it.
and if I had a car, I would have gone down and picked it up myself.
True. It's kind of like my whole problem with things. Just need to get my license back.
Be right back.
Oh, stream's working.
Cool. You've done any racing, any track day stuff yourself?
No, I wouldn't trust myself. I think I'm far too dangerous behind the wheel. But no, maybe I would like to have a go. So my dad actually had more with me today.
Aries, check the audio.
I think you'd like to have a go, wouldn't you, Dad?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah,
It wasn't working before. Now it is.
Right, is the audio working?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Good to see you on the grid. He said, well, the deal is everybody has to speak on the grid, but, you know, hey. Okay, all right, well, I'm sure it would have been extremely interesting. There you go.
I'm a fucking celebrity.
We tried it. Let's see who else we can find.
Right, catch you later.
Catch you later.
As we get a little bit further down.
That's another St. Kitts rudder.
On an amazing season, of course. There he is. He's looking out of the team. Pep Martin Brundle, Sky F1. You're looking at me slightly suspiciously. Martin Brundle, Sky F1. We're just here to say hello, welcome to the grid. Congratulations on an amazing season.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff. And have you managed to talk to Lewis or George in the
Say
team?
hi, yeah.
Yeah, and good.
Toto Lewis, sorry, Toto was a little bit more, but yeah, it was thanks to inviting us anyway.
So your next sort of derby match with Manchester United, we want to bring 1,000 people on the pitch just before the game starts. How would you feel about that?
Oh, no, it's really crazy. I can always say the same for the drivers, you know, before to drive in this speed, being here a lot of people and people and people, it's crazy, but it's part of the show, I would say.
It is part of the show, and we're going to get on with our show.
Good luck.
Thank you. I need it. I need lots of luck today. Right, what are we going to do?
We're
Music
going to do
start.
that.
I thought you're the legend. My microphone got involved in the man hug. I'm hopeless at man hugs anyway. Good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So wonderful to meet you. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, good. And you sang the anthem here last year, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. Does everyone know who's doing it this year?
Damien Lewis.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise, but yeah, I just saw him earlier. He's stoked. He's going to smash it.
Has he got a decent voice? Is he?
He's great, man. Damien's got this covered.
All right, good stuff. Well, good to see you on the grid. And
Those McLarens are going to have a good start today, man. It's Oscar, rookie season. He could be leading a lap, depending on pitch strategy. I'm stoked. Anyway, I'm talking your ear off.
No.
Take care.
right, so you're cheering for McLaren then, all the way.
Absolutely, man. I think it's a wicked start. After the start of the season they've had, to develop the car to this point, it's amazing. Yeah.
All right, good stuff. I think you could take my job if you wanted to. I think you're right on to all of that. We'll just squeeze past Ralph Schumacher there and carry on. We'll head towards the front and see what and who else we can find. And hopefully there'll be some drivers. I think they'll be coming on through the gap down the far right-hand side there. Fred Vasseur here, just, yeah, we'll have a chat with the Ferrari boss, why not? Fred, you can get a car on the podium today, can't you?
Sorry?
You can get a car on the podium today.
When you are starting P4, P5, you have to be ambitious and to target the podium for sure. But I think it will be a tricky one with the condition and the weather, and we will have to be opportunistic.
Okay, you think it's going to rain, yeah? You think there's be some rain?
No? You are the specialist, but...
This is a little weather centre all of its own. Just keep looking at the sky. See you later. Right, okay,
Well,
let's head
take your
down
time,
and
enjoy
see if we
your
can, find
dinner.
one of the, or more, of the 20
Do me,
drivers that are on this
If I had a
grid
shovel
this
right now,
afternoon.
it would help.
See if we can get a word of wisdom from them. That'll be good.
I said,
Uh,
major
see if there's any
munchies.
flybys, anybody we can grab along the way. And we're going to this far right corner where they're... How you doing? Sorry, I'm going to come through here. And Crown Prince Salman of Bahrain, who's flown in especially today, because obviously McLaren very much going extremely well here with Norris and Piastri. So I think we'll get in here. I think we've got a half a chance when they come back from the paddock. How many of them are on the grid? I think 2 minutes to the anthem, so most of them we're going to get out of Lewis's way. His scooter gets parked and through he comes onto the grid, hands back his AirPods and heads towards the national anthem there, does Lewis. So the deal is Lewis doesn't like to talk before the race, so of course we respect that. And we've got Max coming down here now. I think Pinky's just spoken to him though. She's probably going to turn me down. Max, quick word. Got a minute and a half. Yeah. So, once again, right on top of it in qualifying. What's this race going to offer?
Well, let's see what the weather will do. So there's a bit of rain around. I think
alongside you on the grid. I mean, all bets are off after
Right now, you've got what? Just 10 minutes to go until lights out. It's about minding the cockpit.
Yeah, this is the biggest race of his life. He started on the front row, it's a Grand Prix, the biggest crew we've ever had here at Silverstone.
And starts with crew. Let's go to the sky path. Sky ID and head to the Sky Sports F1 channel to choose your driver. Sky Glass, Sky Stream and Sky Q customers experience via the red button on your remote control. Once you're there, you'll also find our new battle channel. We'll be showing you the on-track battles taking place up and down the field that might not be shown on the main feed. Be sure to download the app or hit your red button to experience even more action this weekend. This is it then, it's time, what we've all been waiting for. Three Brits all dreaming of standing on the top step at their home Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, the man they all have to stop. Here we go, the British Grand Prix.
Where in the world can you find a place that is undisputed as the home of the sport it represents? An airfield surrounded by countryside, revered and adored. The place where it all began 73 years ago.
And they're away.
A circuit where the car truly comes alive.
And the crowd is on their feet.
The stage for remarkable moments.
Oh, what's happened? Damon's lost it, has he?
In the history of Formula One. Jimmy Clark. Manselmania.
And they're seeing now their hero come through.
Damon and Diana.
It's just the best day of my life.
Lewis.
We've done it. We've already done it.
Follow in the footsteps of the greats.
And I've never seen that before.
Rise and imagine. Welcome to the home of Formula One.
I was trying to blow off my keyboard. Are you still eating? I'm in a pretty decent fleet and they want to go to Nips.
I'm gonna be another 20 minutes, half hour.
Ah. I could possibly get them to kill more fleets.
Anyway, the race is about to start anyway, so I'm about two-thirds of the way through my dinner. Lunch. Food.
The very best of British for you on this Sunday at Silverstone. It's round 11 in the Formula One World Championship in 2023, and it's the British Grand Prix. The race that's been on the calendar ever since the first ever World Championship race, 13th of May 1950. Well, here we are in July and looking forward to an absolute treat today around this 3.6-mile circuit. There are 18 corners, 8 to the left and 10 to the right. You don't touch the brakes for the first 644 meters of the race. There's hardly any elevation change, but there are some of the best corners on the planet and some of the top speeds as well, 206 miles an hour. Where can you overtake? Plenty of places. How about here, the right-hander at Village, Leclerc and Gasly going wheel to wheel in slightly damp conditions back in 2019, and there is a threat of rain for this afternoon's race too. 1983, Prost and Arnoux, turn 9, Cobb's Corner, taken flat out by the cars in modern-day Formula One. Now we can speed all our way around the lap to the Vale chicane. And once again, through comes Hamilton, but only after Leclerc had gone off, Perez had gone off, and Hamilton then decided he'd take 2 places in 1 corner. 3 tyre compounds, they are the hard, medium and soft. White stripes, yellow stripes, red stripes. They're not the hardest in the Pirelli range. They're the C1, the C2 and the C3. Who dares to start on the soft compound tyre? Well, one of the Mercedes drivers go for broke off the line today. We'll find out in a few moments. Clouds hovering overhead then. Let's take a look at the starting grid. Valtteri Bottas didn't have enough fuel in his car. He was disqualified from qualifying, starts 20th. Kevin Magnussen alongside him with Nick de Vries 18th and Zhou Guan Yu, who was in Q3 last year, 17th this year. 16th on the grid, Yuki Tsunoda and then Sergio Perez, who missed Q3 for a 5th successive race in the Red Bull. Logan Sargent starts 14. Esteban Ocon failed to reach Q3 here for a 4th consecutive year. It's a 3rd consecutive year that Lance Stroll's missed out on Q3. Nico Hülkenberg, 1 place short of a 4th successive appearance in the top 10. Pierre Gasly does make it alongside Fernando Alonso, lowest start of the year for him. Alex Albon, best ever Silverstone start alongside Lewis Hamilton, who has won from 6th on the grid here. What can he do from 7th? George Russell takes 6th place on the grid today and ties the Mercedes head-to-head at 5 apiece. It's 5th on the grid for Carlos Sainz, 4th on the grid for Charles Leclerc, and a first time in the top 3 for Oscar Piastri, whose teammate Lando Norris is back on the front row for a 3rd time ever, and Max Verstappen in his 150th start for Red Bull starts on pole for a 5th successive time. Max's race to lose then. What are the challenges up to, Martin Brundle?
The weather, the most wonderful racetrack, 3.6 miles, 5.9 kilometers of pure pleasure. If you're a racing driver, all 3 of the tyre compounds are represented on the start grid. And it's George Russell in 6th, going for the soft compound tyre. Perhaps slightly surprisingly. Esteban Ocon down in 13th, Tsunoda 16th, and De Vries in 18th doing the same thing. We've got Hülkenberg on the hard tyres from 11th, and Bottas at the back of the grid also on the hard tyres. Everybody else going for the mediums that we expected. They used a lot of tyres up in qualifying, and Fernando Alonso is showing us having no new tyres available for this race, but they do tend to scrub sets as well, just out and in to give them a bit of a heat cycle. So he's still got some decent tyres, and he'll need to clear Alex Albon quite early, will Fernando Alonso. He'll be very aggressive away from the start, I think, from 9th place, Albon 8th. He'll want to hook on to the back of the Mercedes and the Ferraris, and then of course hopefully the McLarens too. But Albon's been no slouch either, and his Williams have been flying along in that. So all sorts of different ideas to how to run this race.
Now we're on board with Lando Norris. Biggest roar for qualifying yesterday reserved for Lando Norris putting his McLaren on the front row. He hasn't had the best of starts in many of the races this year. He's great friends with Max Verstappen. Has he got a chance today to try and get past his good mate, and can he hold the Red Bull up?
I think, you know, away from that grid slot, but, you know, there's so little between them in terms of now the systems they've got to get away from the line. They're on the identical tyres, but Max has got that lovely sweeping line around the outside of turn 1, and he'll quite easily be able to pinch Lando Norris into that corner, even if Norris does get a slightly better start. But I can't help but think that McLaren's fight is with Ferrari, Mercedes-Benz, and perhaps Alonso's Aston Martin this afternoon. So if I was McLaren, I'd be saying to them, have a go, try and lead the British Grand Prix if you can, Lando. Do not trip over Max Verstappen or your teammate.
1995, the last time a British driver won his maiden Grand Prix at a British Grand Prix. That was Johnny Herbert.